Most changes don't announce themselves. They don't arrive loudly. They don't break the door. They enter the room quietly and sit there for a long time before anyone notices. People often imagine that big life shifts come with warning signs, a clear moment, a loud failure, a visible collapse. But most shifts happen without that. Nothing breaks in one day. Nothing ends in one moment. The day looks normal. The routine continues. The mind stays occupied with small things. You wake up. You move through the same spaces. You repeat the same motions. The calendar moves forward. The clock moves forward. But something inside stays in the same place. It feels stable. It feels manageable. It feels familiar enough to ignore. And because nothing feels urgent, nothing feels wrong. Most people don't feel like they're choosing anything. They feel like they're responding to work, responding to messages, responding to responsibilities, responding to tiredness. Plans exist in the background. They're not forgotten. They're just postponed, quietly, repeatedly. There is always later. Later when things slow down. Later when energy comes back. Later when the timing feels right. Days get filled with small completions, emails sent, tasks finished, small relief, small exhaustion. At night, the mind notices a faint tension, not panic, not urgency, just a soft pressure that something is being delayed. But the pressure is easy to ignore. It doesn't interrupt sleep. It doesn't interrupt work. It doesn't interrupt scrolling. So the routine stays protected, not because it's fulfilling, because it's predictable. Comfort doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it just feels familiar enough to stay in. People tell themselves they're being patient. They're waiting for clarity, waiting for motivation, waiting for a better version of themselves to arrive first. But nothing arrives. The days keep moving. The routines stay intact. There's a quiet pattern underneath this. It isn't dramatic. It doesn't look like failure. It's avoidance that doesn't feel like avoidance. It's comfort that doesn't feel like comfort. It's delayed responsibility that doesn't feel like delay. It's choosing what feels neutral over what feels uncertain. Not consciously, not intentionally, just repeatedly. This pattern doesn't shout, it doesn't pressure, it doesn't threaten. It simply waits. After enough time passes, the effects start to show. Not suddenly, not clearly, just gradually. People begin to notice that certain thoughts don't leave anymore. They stay longer in the background. A quiet dissatisfaction, a soft confusion, a vague sense of distance from earlier versions of themselves. Old ambitions don't disappear. They lose sharpness. They become blurred ideas, harder to picture, easier to dismiss. Energy changes, not because of age alone, but because repetition without direction drains attention. The mind stays busy, but the sense of movement fades. Conversations change. People talk more about what they've endured than what they're moving toward. Time doesn't feel wasted. It just feels gone. Not stolen, not destroyed, just used without being noticed. And when the realization comes, it doesn't come as panic. It comes as quiet recognition, a moment of stillness where you notice that the distance between who you are and who you once thought you'd become didn't grow overnight. It grew slowly, while everything looked normal. Nothing here asks for urgency. Nothing here demands change. There is no moment being prescribed. There is only the noticing that time moves even when intention stays still. The noticing that patterns continue even when they aren't chosen deliberately. Awareness doesn't fix anything. It doesn't repair the past. It doesn't promise a future. It only removes the illusion that nothing is happening. The days will keep moving forward whether they are noticed or not. And that thought doesn't end here. It stays with you, quietly.